I hope everybody is doing blessed. I'm doing blessed and highly favored, and definitely hope the same for you. And if this is your first time, welcome into my returning subs, my grown, extended, beautiful family. Thank you much for the love and support. You know, we all working hard to get towards our best version of our lives. So don't allow the petty and, distracting things to stop your flow. So with that being said, much love to all. Namaste, love and blessings, love and light, and many blessings are definitely coming your way. And if you have been watching my videos for a while and have not already, please like and subscribe, hit that notification bell so you know when I'm about to upload my next video. And if you're comfortable enough, drop me a line or two. I would love the chance to get to know you as much as you're getting to know me, even if it's about the positive feedback of the content of my video, or you're just up telling me about your empathic gift, how it impacted your life and hit you towards a positive direction. And if you feel like the videos are very uplifting, informative, give you good vibes, you would love to share with a loved one, family, or friend, please go ahead and share, especially the troubled empaths that are just needing spiritual guidance or confirmation or validation towards life path or even soul purposes. Please go ahead and share, and while you're at it, give your girl a thumbs up, like, and also share on your social media favorites wherever you see fit. Thank you once again for the love and support. It's so greatly appreciated on all levels, and I hope you're able to resonate with the content of my video. And this morning I am listening uh, to this meditation. Is called Beautiful Planet, 963 hertz, mindfulness music for peace of mind and self-healing. I'm trying to turn this mess down. It is just loud. Okay, there you go. I ain't trying to yell over no music. And my video this morning is Twin Flame 101. Heyoka is unstoppable, aiming towards the mountaintops with strength and confidence. You know, you've been going through stuff for a while. We all have. You know, you've had your good days as well as your bad days. You know, had your high days as well as your low days. You know, there's days that you have had failures. There's days you had major setbacks. There's things that just didn't come through for you at that time. But trust and believe, if you have that vibe to let you, you're seeing the things that you need to do. Things, knowledge is coming from you left and right, whether it's through meditation, whether it's through, somebody speaking some words that basically resonates with the things that you're going through. You're reading up on things. You're probably seeing a lot of motivational things on, social media. Watching different videos, as in mine or anybody else's, that are motivational uplifts, or just that friendly reminder that you need at times when things get really hard for you. And it's just, the fact is, you have that determination. Where you're tired of being at. Where you're tired of looking at. There is some things in your life is much more fulfilling after you pass the vibes of uncertainty, doubts, fear, everything that you're wanting and dreaming is way over that. You're going to jump hurdles over that. And it's just like, when I'm looking at this morning, I listen to some of my music, that really, it gets me going in the morning. If it's not that, it's like, watching inspirational videos, or, religion videos. Even though I'm not a religious person, there's things, I know this channel called Trailblazers, they come out with things, when the universe and God is like testing you through the dark of the storm, darkness through the storm, why, the universe and God makes you wait, all these things, when you're used to wanting results, uh, uh, you're going through all your things. Sorry, one of my homegirls just sent me a text and it kind of threw me off. But, you're going through all these different things in your life, unexpected ups and downs. There could be days you're really happy, and there's other days you're just downright wiped out. But those are not the things. These are going to be those things that is going to strengthen you and keep, having you aim towards elevation in your life. What you truly are aiming for. But when it comes to the universe, and they know this is going to really, open doors for you, this is really going to have blessing on all levels. You will have to go through those no's. Doors will, be locked at times, but it's all about what kind of motivation you have to keep going. Because, a lot of times we don't realize these blessings that we're getting, we get aggravated when we can't get what we want at the time that we want them. It's not going to come like that. It's going to be on divine timing when, powers that be see fit that, okay, they're in that good mind state, and they're in a healthy state, because if it's like, you keep having that vibe like, I don't know if I can do this, I don't know if I can keep going, I'm so tired, I'm mentally drained. Trust me, I say it a lot of times. I be crying to the universe like, look, I'm tired. I've done all the things you have told me to do. I'm doing this. When you tell me to do this, I do that. When you say to let go of this, I let go of this. But there's times, even though I'm doing that, there's sometimes my mind might get back on those vibes of the things they told me to let go of. And that was the main reason why I didn't get the blessings that I really needed. And I can understand that, because it's like a lot of times you have to go through it to get to it. And it's at that point when you've been on a path or you've been dealing with a certain karmic cycle that you are so ready to end, you're going to do what it takes and that positive growth for you to get where you need to get, because it's like this is like no holds bar. You have to keep going. You're at that point when you have like almost close to that final finale. It's like you playing video games. You had to all go through levels. You had to be able to allow yourself to be mindful about what you project out to the world, what you see about others, what you're saying about yourself. Grow where you need to grow, let go of the things you need to let go of. And at times it's hard, especially if you really went through some different situations that has really placed you in that dark place, whether it was people or a certain financial situation or a spouse, partner, boyfriend, girlfriend, or even, your job. A lot of times you have to be able to allow yourself to be fair to yourself, be loving towards yourself. If you're stuck in a place that you're not seeing fulfilling to you, or it brings you more downs than it does up, that's those signs, because a lot of times we get in uncomfortable situations just because the fact is, if it wasn't, universe had something bigger and better for us, they're going to turn that heat up, whether it's like you're at a job and you're all of a sudden out of the blue after you don't went through your spiritual awakening, you keep getting in trouble. People are sitting up here making up things about you just to have you coming back into the boss's office, and they're tired of talking to you and you tired of listening. Those are the things that happen because the universe says, you know what, I have something better for this person, but they're not going to be able to get it while they're still here. This is not being fulfilling for them. They're not happy anymore. You're not feeling appreciated. You don't feel fulfilled. You don't, you're adding this, those situations are bringing more stress than it is happiness. It doesn't feel like you really achieved anything. Went like above and beyond for certain people just to make sure, they see the work you're putting in. They're still not doing that, and it's like when you're at places, I've been there at the jobs, like only time my peace of mind is there is when my days are off. And then when I get back to getting ready to get back to work, I be getting in my feelings like, I know these folks gonna sit up here and make me mad. Or I'm just like, man, I'm just tired of seeing these people. They like suck the fresh breath air out of you. And it's like that's the things that universe has to put you in uncomfortable situations, because if they didn't, you would still be at a place that you're truly not happy. And I talk to a lot of people that are going through different things, and there are some people that had addictions, drug addictions or whatever, then all of a sudden, it wasn't fulfilling to them anymore. You might have liked that quick high that you got, but that wasn't going to solve the problems with the things you need to come to terms with. I used to use my weed and cigarettes as a way of an escape, when I really used to smoke a lot. And it was just like, yeah, it take me to my higher zone. I would get all the information from the universe, but I was slowing down my blessings because at first, they sit up here and say, universe said, what you're dealing with, you're going to have to go ahead and smoke this, because you about to unload some whole bunch of damaging things that might set you off in the worst kind of way. And I'm glad they let me have that little piece of grease time. I was talking to Uncle Bob all the time. I said, I talk to Bob Marley every day. So it was just like, now it got to that point, even though, there's days I'm okay, but there's days, I try not to get set up in my ways, ready to, go scalp somebody or whatever. But I'm just like, this is not going to solve anything. You know, you're letting them know they win, you know. But I had to allow myself to separate myself from that and, and leave it to the universe. I said, these people are not going to get away with nothing. Pretty soon, they're the stuff they were doing in the dark, it's going to eventually come to light. But allow myself to work on myself, get myself that peace of mind, because as long as I'm sitting up here and putting my thought process and energy on something that is already in the making of doing whatever it needs to do, that's where your energy shouldn't be at. had to tell myself that it's not about that. You have to allow yourself to work on you, make that peace in your heart, regardless if they apologize for it or they gave you an explanation. You already see what was taking place. They were playing their part, and you have to be able to play your part just as well, but you got to do it better. Because it's like you're aiming towards things, you're aiming towards, those goals of happiness, those goals of peace in your heart, peace in your mind, and it's a lot of times it's like, you know, um, it's hard to when you've had situations that really basically put you on this, this on this road. You had to be able to go through those things. You had to be able to go through the ultimate heartbreaking situation just to wake you up, just to know this is life is not what it seems. You're taking them veils off, the layers are starting to come off piece by piece. Things are unfolding for you as we speak, but you had to allow yourself to really go into there and do that light work for yourself, not just for the world outside, but for yourself is the same. We want to be able to do the things we want to do for the world, but how are you going to do that if you're still that wounded person that is still having your energy, thoughts, and anger towards things that you can't change, even though it's a heartbreaking thing about the things you had to go through just to get to the path that you're on. But don't sit up here and place your stuff, you place your energy and happiness in somebody else's hands, or that situation that put you on this path. Don't put your happiness in that, in that dark moment. You have to allow that to be your leverage for you to be able to keep going, keep maintaining for yourself. Allow yourself to know, even though you can't change things, but you're on that path to where you have to allow yourself to change the way you see things, change the way you look at it, change the way you respond to it. you know be very picky about where you put your energy at, because it's like, I have to keep telling myself, this is like a game of life. My abusers are the people that had to help me recognize the strength that I had in myself this whole time, knowing I'm that warrior can't be touched. you know Nobody can stop my grind, nobody can stop my elevation but me. If I'm allowing that to come into my life and add that unwanted energy, excuse me, unwanted energy in my life, that's me blocking my blessings, because I'm allowing something stupid to come in my life. What they're doing, that's what everybody's playing their part. You're going to have whatever your situation is, that main situation is playing this part for you to recognize. This no longer has my attention, but as it's for, is going to be that tool to get me where I truly need to be. We're all strong. You're all those forces that shouldn't be messed with. But right now, like I told y'all yesterday, but everybody has that alpha and omega type vibe in your body, because you had you had to press that survival button a couple of times to get where you needed to get. Because I guarantee you, if you go back and look at certain timelines in your life, that stuff really got real for you. Normal average people wouldn't have made it as far as you are, and that's what makes you so special. That's what makes you unique, being your own person within itself. Nobody can't mess with you, and I tell people that all the time. When you got that fire that they can't sit up here and say, oh well, they remind me of this person. You may look like them, but you might, your actions and way you approach things are totally different than the person they're trying to compare you to. That's why I tell people, when you do stuff, do it from the heart, doing what you feel is right. Don't do it, like the next person do it. You got to be totally different than them, because when they see you doing that and it's being very genuine and real about it, that's gonna give somebody some attention. That's gonna get your, whatever you're doing, that's gonna give that attention, because you're allowing yourself to speak from your heart, speaking your truth. Not allowing what others think or opinions or what they got to say stop you from what you need to do. And it's just like you're aiming for it. That there might be some bad times throughout that time of elevation, but you allow yourself to go ahead and roll with the punches, because that's life. You got to balance it out. You got to have the good with the bad, because when you've gone through so much bad, and you appreciate those times, even though it's hard to do that when so much stuff is coming at you where you feel like you're about to get swallowed whole. But when you allow yourself to say, you say your kumbaya yas, you go the hell off and say what the heck you need to say at that time. It's like, I've done that. And then God looking at me like, are you done? Are you done? He said, because you know what, all these things are going on in your life. You have every reason to be mad, but you're going to use this energy that you got that making you want to go push off and do something negative. You're going to turn that mess around and make something very positive of your life. You know, these people are just playing a part that they need to play in life. They were wounded as hell, so they had to push that mess off on you. You had the other person, they were wounded as hell. So they had to be, I had to have mine on the outside of the house and have one on the inside. And I'm very blessed for all of them. Even though it works on my nerves at times, then I had to really allow myself to shake myself out and say, look, these are the things you had to go through. It's like, look at all the things you've been through. You really felt like you can't get through them, even though there's days that you really want that closure and peace of mind. But look how much you have grown. Look how much you have elevated yourself. People have connected with you and you gave them kind words. They really needed that reminder in their life, and I appreciate all the things that I'm doing. I'm very humble about what I've done, how I got here. Being able to help others as well as from here. And people out on the street, if I connect with them in that way, as well as on the side where I talk to them one-on-one, I keep it real with them, but I also give them that word of encouragement. Because a lot of times if you grew up where people didn't really give you that, like, oh, I'm proud of you and you're doing so good, just keep doing you. And you stick out. You're so, special about your trade that you do. It's like nobody, you can't pair that person to somebody. But it was just the point of it, like you stick out like a sore thumb, you know. And it's just like, when I do my videos, I mean, it's like, why am I going to sit up here and say, oh, everything's fine? No, it's not always fine like that. You have your days where that storm comes down on you really heavy. It really, really, really heavy. But those are the times you have to allow yourself to say, you know what, this is only temporary. My current situation is not my final destination. These are the things that's going to strengthen me. Even though this rain is coming down on me hard as I don't know what, I have the power to make it. It's just up to me if I want to do that. I'm not allowing somebody else's insecurities to get in my way. I'm going on a path where I can't see every angle that's coming around to me, but I know I got, protection around me to make sure, even though I might have to go through a few obstacles, you know, anything that it can be truly detrimental in my life is already covered. Nothing's going to happen to me. If it's meant to happen, it'll be meant to happen. But, lately, especially if I really look, there's a lot of times I've been placed in certain situations and it was just like that. Hey, don't do this. Hey, don't do that. Don't go this place or don't talk to that person, because it was already protected. But I had to be able to go through those things and trust the universe that, ain't gonna allow nothing to happen to you. If it was supposed to happen, it would have happened already. They need you for a certain mission. They need you to be able to be the example for something or someone, you know. So it's just a lot of times you have to be able to pull out that strength that has been, that's been burning to be busted out. That you really needed to, like, hey, help me, let me help you. It's like that inner power is like, let me help you. You're almost close. You about to have that flag of that final act where you're aiming towards the top and you're gonna put your put your flag in and be like, dun, 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 dun. Be like, what is it, Brown? No, not Brownie, but Captain Morgan type thing, and getting yourself up there. And when you get there, it's going to be an emotional finish for you because this is something that you never seen coming. Because it's like when those hard times hit you, it hit you. And there's times where, I've been that person that just sit here and cry to the point where I, one of those type things because I didn't understand why I had to go through so much pain. Why did it have to be so heavy? Why did it have to be so hard? Why do I constantly got to do this? I show love towards other people so much. Why do I got to get so much hatred back? Why does it feel like somebody's just steady crapping on me, cramping on me, when all I did is love? These are the things you have to go through. These are the things. I'm doing a video. Love you. But going through those different things. Sorry about that, y'all. It's like my daughter getting ready to go to work. But you're going through these things in life that has really been heavy for you. It's really, put you through some changes. I connect with a lot of people, and I always tell them I'm not gonna pry, even though I have that gift of being able to see somebody's path for understanding. I allow myself to cut that off. I don't want to violate anybody. When you want me to know, it'll happen. Well, no, let me retort, let me rewind and back that up. There are some people that I can connect with, and if it's meant for me to know, to understand, like, hey, this is the reason why they act like this. Because a lot of times I can connect with somebody and don't feel any type thing. I can feel like what they're currently going through, but I don't feel their family saying, hey, I'm here, or hey, your family that's passed on is still there with you. I don't get that all the time. I don't know why, but it's just like certain people I can connect with, and then all of a sudden families that have passed on is like, you really meaning something, you're very important to them, and they wanted me to be able to relay that to you for you to know. Because a lot of times you don't have people pass in your life, and it's just like, even though it's a circle of life and these things happen, but you had to really, when you have lost that person, they have transitioned. Love will never die. There'll always be that connection. I've seen it when I connect with a lot of people that, there's people that has really meant a lot to them that is no longer here in the physical, but they're constantly watching over you. They're one of your guides. And it's just like when I've connected with people, I mean, it put me on my heartstrings because they would show me little flashes of the things that they used to do with that person in their life, and they wanted them to know that. It's like they keep that dear to them, and I'm just like, wow, this is a blessing when you can be able to, calm somebody down, or not even really calm them down, but give them that reassurance they're not really alone. They're not at all. It's just all, all about the things that we go through in our head. The biggest enemy we have is our thoughts. That mind is a terrible thing. It can be that. It can be your blessing as well as your, is being in the dumps. But it's just like when you're allowing yourself to see. Basically, it's just like, I'm trying to see how it's explained. It's not like they're giving you all the answers, like, oh, okay, this is going to happen for you this day, but they're showing you little snippets in your life that is taking place that you have to really appreciate and allow yourself not to let um, doubt get in the way, fear, uncertainty, those things, that based on ego and fear. And as well as, people around you, because they come into your life to challenge you, and it's just like so many people I've cut my cords with, like really severed that mess, to like New Jersey Headhunter. I was just like, poof, just cut that mess off, and they came back. It was like when the old Roslynn was there, oh, you would have got every piece of my mind. But it's just that at that point where I'm at right now, I see you coming. I already know what kind of intention you got. I'm like, man, my response, my no response is your response. Bye. I'm not even going to even give you a response because I know what you're coming back for. I get it with it here. People sending me messages. I block them out. Even when they're here, I block them. I just don't have time. I don't know if you can be able to see my videos, but you aren't going to be able to get in contact with me because I feel like if I don't cut you out of my life and I'm not making you a relevant piece of my life to want to hold on to, I don't know why you keep coming back. Because I'm going to give you the same thing I got when I cut you off. I'm just not going to go there. I'm just not going to do it. But, these things are a blessing to me. I'm glad I met up with the people that did me wrong, because that actually allowed myself to know you have that strength to keep going. This is not something where you're in such desperation and dire need to have people in your life. You willing to sacrifice your self-respect, your self-love, your self-worth just to have folks in your life. No, whoever is meant to be in your life will be in your life. If they're not supposed to be there, they're going to be gone. But you have to allow yourself to be your own best friend at times. You have to do that because nobody's going to take care of you like that but you. You're all you got at that time. Even though you might have some near and dear loved ones with you, but you have to allow yourself to know when it's good to walk away and what is good to hold close. You got people in your life that is trying to encourage you, lift you up, be that, voice of reason to something you really need to hear when you're uncertain or you're scared or you got doubts. Those are the people you need to keep in your life. The ones that see you going downhill or being volatile towards your path and seeing like you're a good person, but the choices you're making, you're messing your own self up, and they call you out on it. Those are the people you need to keep in your life. Because it's like I've heard people like, man, Roslynn, my friends done cuss me out, or my girlfriend cussed me out, saying, I could be this person, this person, this person, but you allowing this, that, and the third to get in your way. I said, those are the people you need to hold dear, because some people, the way works out here, sometimes it feel like God is your only friend. I'm telling you, because there are some people out here, you don't know what their intentions are. I'm blessed to be, I've experienced all these things. So when people connect with me, I want to be that person that you're not used to a person like me. I can be very genuine. I can be very real, but I'm not going to sit up here and jeopardize my self-respect. I'm not going to sacrifice that for nobody. I'm not going to do it for my happiness, because I really feel like when people really love you, they want the best for you. They want to see you elevate. They want to make sure you win it whatever you are placing your mind and your hands on. I had to deal with people that they love me with limitations. And I'll tell people, I love you with limitations. Yes, they love you when you're not doing better than them, even though they want to be very successful and great at everything they're doing, but they don't want you basically stealing the spotlight from them. You can't be like that. You got to be up under them. That's ego, and that's insecurities. I've had so many people in my life like that. And I feel like, Dad, I'm happy for you. You're able to do this and that third. But then when it came from me, they were thinking all about, oh, she's about to be talked about, all these things about to come out about her, and people gonna know, no, I gotta make sure that don't happen for her, because she don't do this, she doesn't deserve that. I'm just like, no next person needs to deserve about how much happiness a person should have in their life. That's wrong, because it's like, if the shoe was on the other foot, you'll be feeling some type of way if somebody would sit up here and bogard your life. But they don't think about stuff like that. So that's why it's just like, I said, if this person is supposed to be in my life, there's always a reason why somebody's connecting with you. And you take it for what it's worth. If it's not, if this is supposed to be a quick minute, that's okay. If this is going to be something that you can really hold on to with these people, then that's good as well. But either way, you're still going to be good. But when you were in life, a lot of times back in the day when I was younger, I always felt like the more friends you had, the more important you were. And now I'm growing up and I'm seeing a lot of things. I said, you can have like 1,000 people around you and still feel lonely. And people are like, how do you do that? Because there's a lot of people that know you, but there's a few people that very, very much doesn't, that understands you. It's two different things, way two different things. But as you're going towards your goals, and like, not goals, but towards the blessings that you're trying to really reap into your reality, you have seen the things you have been through because of the choices you made, or the people that you had just allowed yourself to open up to. You can't open up to everybody. Not everybody's going to be your friend just because they kiki and ha 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 like that. That don't mean they're your friends. You have to be able to, when you get them intuitions that give you them spider senses, like, hey, you need to be careful about that person, or certain things you might talk about. Next thing you know, you're on the phone and then the phone clicks. And as I said, that lets you know, hey, there's something you ain't need to be talking about, or you need to change subject real quick, because it's just certain things they don't need to know about you. And there's certain things you don't need to know about them, but you get them, those senses. So it's just allowing yourself to, you really seeing the things that has took place in your life that has really taught you a lot. And it's just like, if you didn't go through those hard times, you wouldn't, you would be walking around, if universe gave you your blessings and you didn't learn nothing off the bat, how you be grateful for everything, being grateful to be able to see things the way it's truly being seen. Because a lot of times people will throw a cloak up real quick because they try to disguise themselves. They'll make up a person as they want you to see them, but there's somebody totally different on the inside. They're not trying to see you, want you to see. But I say, after a while, sometimes that person, that real person, is gonna skeet out, and you go, well, like, where did you come from? Because you didn't act like this. No, they allowed that real them to step out. Not everybody's not like you. Me, I'm just like, I ain't got time to be hanging out facades, or wearing all these different masks because what I want to see. Because I'm gonna be me regardless. I'm gonna be me regardless. I don't care what people say, but at least you can say, oh, Dad, she's being real. And a lot of people don't like my type of real. But it's okay though. That's a personal problem. It ain't got nothing to do with me. But allow yourself to keep going. You are so much close to that mountaintop, because I'm telling you, when you get there, you're going to allow yourself to see the setbacks you had in life, that how many times you don't fell flat on your face, when you got rejections after rejections, when doors didn't open for you, when people were grateful for it, because it allowed you to say you can be your own best friend. You can be that person that can be your own. You can be your own upgrade. You don't need anybody to make you feel that way, because by that time when you get up on that mountaintop, there are going to be people that are like-minded like you. You're just going to really care about that real person because they want to give you the same kind of love you've been projecting out. Those are the people you hold dear. But you also can, thank the people that did the things they did to you because it allowed you to love yourself on so many different levels, so many different ways that you truly can. You can live without them. You were fine before they came in your life and you will be fine when they leave. So allow yourself to keep doing you because I'm telling you, the things that you're going through is really going to take you there if you allow yourself to stay, focused on where you're trying to be. So I hope you were able to resonate with the content of this video. I have my granddaughter today, so I'm probably do like, this video. Let me see what time it is. Oh yeah, I have enough time for one more video. I'm gonna go ahead and do that because I got my granddaughter today, and I gotta other things I need to take care of. So I would love to give a post notification shout out to let me see. Probably Ben and Julia uh, Barone, Life of Lifetimes, and Katie Straight. Much love to you. It's so good to hear from you. And Tanja Schultz, much love to you as well. And if you're new to the channel, welcome. Drop me a line. I would love to give you a post notification shout out. Give me a thumbs up, share, subscribe, hit that notification bell when you see I'm going to upload my next video. I hope you have a blessed, safe weekend. Be responsible for everything you do. Oh, if you want to talk to me one-on-one, I always tell people, hit me up on Facebook Messenger. I don't have it. I need to go ahead and get an IG. I'm still looking on that. I don't know if I am or not, but I'm gonna go ahead and do what I do. But let it be serious. I've tried to talk to people and, I'm like, hey, what's up? And then like, hey, let me know. I'm like, okay, hey, what's up? I'm not going to look for people. I don't do that. A lot of people like, hey, can you find me on here? I'm just like, I'm, it's not to be arrogant or being hateful or mean, but I'm that type of person. Number one, I don't like my time being wasted. I did that twice and I said, it ain't going to be a third time because 2 times I don't went to look for somebody and then they were like, oh, I didn't need no help. And then all of a sudden, you kept flipping and flopping. I ain't got time for that. When you got something serious that you really want to talk about because you need that guidance in your life, I have no problem with doing that. But I also have my boundaries as well. If you're overseas, that's a whole different story. But for my U.S. people, please hit me up at the earliest you can hit me up is at 10:30 in the morning, 10 o'clock in the morning. The latest you can get me is 10:30 at night. After that, 10:35 is 10:31. Oh, I shut everything down. I don't, get in touch with nobody unless it's like a dire emergency where you feel like you can't live or, certain things is going on that's very, very serious. Then that's a different story. But other than that, please respect that. It's like specific standard time. So anything between that, that's fine. But after those times I done told you, because that's my self time. So you can go ahead and hit me up, like sure it's serious. I have no problem with helping you. I'll help you out the best way I can, but be very respectable of those guidelines. That's all I ask. So I hope you have a good weekend. Be responsible at everything you do. Make sure you give out love, light, positivity, as well as prosperity. Love, words, vibes, and frequencies. And you never know, those things could really take somebody a long way. So I will see you on my next video. Much love. Peace.